How's it, guys? And welcome to my channel. So I just want to start off by saying thank you to all you guys who give my videos a view. It's what keeps me doing what I'm doing, in addition to showcasing the Southern Hemisphere. So today is extremely hot and very windy. It is cloudy, but the clouds are not helping. We are 39 degrees Celsius today. So I've got the fan going on in the background. If you can hear it, I'm so sorry. But it is just simply too hot. So you guys know how flat earthers accuse us of being trolls? I thought that a troll was someone who knows something as a fact, but attacks someone who holds exactly that same point. Am I right, or am I misunderstanding what a troll is? Because when it comes to flat earthers, we are definitely not trolls. Because mostly we never want to attack them personally, but the positions they hold about the shape of the earth, general physics, orbital mechanics, and any number of other subjects which they are all so wrong on. So, in light of this fact, should I or shouldn't I name the flat earther whom I draw my inspiration from? Is it fair for me to say, and then flat earthers say, instead of actually naming the flat earther I'm talking about? The reason I ask is because they direct all these angry insults at us while ignoring proven facts. And while I don't like confrontation, but for this one I will gladly be a trashy globehead. I got a comment on one of my videos asking why do we even bother debunking flerfs? Because basically we could spend our time trying to cure diseases or trying to get into space. Who cares what flat earth idiots think about the shape of the earth? My answer to that question is, have you heard of the Globe Lie Tour? Apparently some flat earthers have got together and got themselves a bus and are riding around Europe talking about a flat earth. That is why we have to do it. That is why our fight has to be relentless. The globe has been proven, and the fact that there are flat earthers shows that society for some reason has become gullible. And one of the reasons why I do it is because flat earthers are renowned for denouncing that the Southern Hemisphere is a real place. So, you guys know that I've been trying to capture Venus, and I have been capturing Venus. So what I've done is I've got two devices now. And last night, Tuesday night, I filmed sunset, and then I changed devices to film after sunset to see which device can help me capture the planets and or stars better. And I found that the Empire, it's a Hisense knockoff, but it does a better job, its camera does a better job of capturing objects than this real Hisense that I'm using as my own device. So here, I just had to take a few photographs because I heard a flat earther say horizon rises up to eye level. So I took this 180 degree shot of my view, and it shows that horizon is not at eye level or the center of the camera. And this is how I know. I took the camera right up to my eyes and I stood up straight and I just turned myself around and I took these photos. And you can see that horizon does not rise up to eye level in any of these photos actually. So the title of this video is the reason I ask that question, can I or should I name the flat earther I'm talking about? Because this flat earther said that the whole space thing has been debunked, and just saying it without any type of evidence. So is it right for me to point out the flat earther that said this kind of stupid thing? Here I just realized that the Empire device, I can just touch the screen and change the focus or the view. So I was just playing with it, and as you can see there, I made it clear now. Right, so coming back to the whole space thing while you enjoy my sunset and views of Venus, I just want to talk about the umpteen amounts of missions I found to the moon and Mars and Venus and the Sun and Jupiter and Saturn. So there are umpteen amounts of missions. Space cannot be faked to such an extent. I really doubt that the people who are faking space has such a vast amount of reach to be able to fake space. That is the most ridiculous thing I have heard, next to, were you there? So I made a very bare list of the missions that I thought, caught my interest. And we're going to start with the retired ones. And amongst those are the Pioneers 6, 7, and 8. And then there's a probe called ICE. It's studying the interaction of solar wind on our planet's magnetosphere, right? And then there's Giotto, which was a flyby of Halley's Comet. And just as a side note, if you wanted to know more about Halley's Comet, which by the way I saw in 1986, right? Astrum just recently released a video called the Halley Comet Armada, where he discusses all the different countries who knew that Halley's Comet was going to come into view of Earth, and made some concerted efforts to try and do flybys to get a better personal view of Halley's. So check out Astrum for that one. And then we've got the Genesis. It was a solar wind and sample return probe, and it was successful, right? So there have been many missions to and around and about the moon, okay? So I just picked a few randomly. We've got Artemis P1 and P2. It was doing something else, but then it was repurposed and is now orbiting our moon, studying the effects of solar wind on the moon, right? And then we've got the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. It's set out to mapping the moon, while also checking out what resources, where the resources might be, and safe landing zones. And then recently we've got the Chandrayaan-2. There is a Chandrayaan-1, right? And although the lander suffered a malfunction, the orbiter is still carrying out its functions of mapping out the topography of the moon. And that is fascinating because it's not orbiting the moon laterally, it's orbiting it pole to pole. So as the moon does its revolutions, this orbiter can take more and more and more photos, and it's like a 7-year mission. So right now Japan has a probe orbiting Venus, right? And there are so many countless other missions recently ended. We've got the China's Chang'e 5-T1. It was a test for unmanned lunar sample return mission, right? And then there was Dawn, which was studying the asteroid 4 Vesta and the planet Ceres. It completed its mission, has now run out of hydrazine propellant. It is currently orbiting Ceres, right? And Mars. Where do I even start with Mars? 2001 Mars Odyssey, one of 6 currently active satellites orbiting Mars. It is also serving as a relay for the Curiosity rover. And we can never forget OPI, right? It started off on the hypothesis of a very short lifespan and lasted many, many years. Right, and then the Mars Express, it was designed to study the atmosphere of Mars, search for subsurface water, and it deployed the Beagle 2 lander. But the Beagle 2 failed and lost contact, but it was found again in 2015. And this mission has been so successful that in 2017, the program was extended until at least 2020. So now I'm going to tell you about some retired successful missions, right? Of those, we have the Voyagers 2 and 1, which have now left the outer reaches of our solar system and is traversing the Kuiper Belt, which is going to take it on a multi-thousand-year journey before it can get to the Oort cloud. The Voyagers are called success completed mission because they were ultimately only supposed to photograph all the planets in the solar system, because the year that it was launched, there was going to be a rare planetary alignment, and that's why the Voyagers are a success. But we never knew that they would end up being the most successful missions that man has ever endeavored. So besides Earth, because when we speak about amazing planets, Earth should be in its own category, right? But the next most beautiful planet in our solar system must be Saturn, right? And the Voyagers took amazing photographs of Saturn. And when the scientists were studying the data of Saturn and its moons, they hypothesized that one of the moon's atmospheres must be made up of ethane and methane. And one of the retired missions is Cassini. And Cassini was sent to orbit Saturn for quite a long time, and then it was plunged into Saturn's atmosphere. And the probe Huygens also investigated Titan. So Voyager 1 relayed that data in about 1980, and then Cassini confirmed it in 2004. So flat earthers, do you see how long it takes to confirm a scientific hypothesis? It is a time-consuming effort, you see, and actually science has been confirming that the Earth is a globe for more than 2,000 years now. So you guys know that I'm doing all of this with my smartphone. So all you guys who are watching it on a laptop or computer, can you please write in the comments the type of details you are seeing? I would really appreciate that, because I know I did catch some twinkling stars. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.